India has just lost a great friend in the Indian Ocean region. Yes, we are talking about the Maldives, a tiny country with massive geopolitical weightage. And the biggest concern is only one country will get the most out of it, that is China.
Meanwhile, pro-China front-runner Mohamed Muizzu has won the runoff to Maldives presidential polls after beating the India-friendly Ibrahim Mohamed Solih. The result is set to once again upend the archipelago's relationship with its traditional partner, India.
A pro-China and anti-India leader is all set to take over the throne in the Maldives. His name is Dr. Mohamed Muizzu. Now, who is this guy? He is a friend of Abdulla Yameen, the former leader of the island nation. He ran the country from 2013 to 2018. And that period was a nightmare for the India-Maldives ties. Yameen thought India was getting too close to his political rivals, so he invited China to the party. Maldives chose to be a part of China's Belt and Road Initiative (BRI). They signed a free trade agreement, and in no time, the Maldives found itself piled under massive Chinese debt.
China is blackmailing a friend of India, the Maldives. The country owes anything between $1.3 billion to $3.2 billion to the Chinese regime. And Beijing is now demanding that Mali cough up the money in the middle of this Wuhan virus pandemic. Why now?
The country's debt to China rose to 1/5 of GDP during Yameen's term. Yameen's rule ended in 2018, and just last year he was found guilty of corruption, of embezzling $1 million. In December of last year, he was sentenced to 11 years in jail. This gave India-Maldives ties a much-needed breather. President Ibu Solih rose to power after Yameen, and he took a pro-India approach. Under his rule, India and Maldives again became BFFs. India gifted them cool stuff like high-speed patrol boats and even sent its troops to teach Maldivian defense forces how to use fancy aircraft. But India did not just stop at defense. It invested lots of money in building stuff in the Maldives: infrastructure, airports, and houses. India is also the Maldives' third biggest trade partner, and people from all over India flock to the Maldives for vacations. The India First policy of Maldives helped the country break the Chinese shackles. But that pro-India tilt became a constant pain in the ass for Yameen, his party, and even China. Around 3 years back, this gang launched the so-called India Out campaign in the Maldives. Now, the bad guys who orchestrated this India Out campaign have come to power, and Yameen, who was sent to jail just last year, has already been moved to house arrest after Muizzu's victory. Muizzu is, after all, a strong ally of Yameen. He has been singing the same anti-India tune. He wants Indian troops out and questions contracts given to Indian firms. Now, with Muizzu as the new president, India is sweating a little. Muizzu might cozy up to China, ratify that free trade agreement, and ask India to pack up its military support. That would be a major setback to India. India does not want other big powers like China to cozy up to the Maldives. China has been flexing its muscles in the Indian Ocean lately, and that is been making India a tad nervous. India does not want another Sri Lanka happening in its neighborhood where China gets to gain a lot of influence. But At the same time, the silver lining is India is still a big deal to the Maldives, so Muizzu might not want to upset New Delhi too much. In the end, it is like a game of chess between India and China with the Maldives caught in the middle. What happens next? Well, only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the Indian Ocean just got a lot more interesting. You're watching Outright. Thanks for your love and support.